Good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means that it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this afternoon, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release today. That is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit or the warrant which led to your arrest. We'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the public defender to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me today. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You all solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Michelle Presnell. Want to miss what's your date of birth?
April 18th, 78.
Michelle, you're hearing a warrant that was signed by Judge Rupi. Apparently you failed to appear in her court on a charge of DUI. Mr. Konajewski.
Yes, Judge, our office was retained this morning by a friend of Ms. Presnell, so hopefully that would alleviate concern of the court for her attendance.
It does.
I realize that this is actually, from what I could tell from the information section, your second FTA. I realize that's why
just by the bond amount.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'll defer to the court as far as her. I know this is her first DUI. At least that's what I've been informed of.
Okay. All right. And, Michelle, I got an address for you on South Swallow Avenue in Inverness. Is that where you live?
No, it's 5260 South Swallow Avenue in Inverness.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah, the other end.
All right, you got a job these days?
I'm a part-time caretaker for an elderly woman.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We'll have you back in court on the 6th of February. Very important that you stay in touch with Mr. Brown's office when you get out, right?
Absolutely not.
All right. Thank you. And then, Mike, the other case that you had.
I can wait, Judge, if you want to go through the clearance. That would be easier.
Very good. Shannon Hurt Murillo.
When was that?
Morning, young lady. What's your date of birth?
11/9/84.
All right, Shannon, the charge this afternoon is battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD. State, what can you tell me? That is, what can you tell me if the lieutenant will stop bothering you?
And we also have her husband.
I'm trying to.
Your Honor, the only other arrest that was dismissed, she has no history.
Okay. And Pete is here. Peter, come on up.
You're welcome.
Raise your right hand for me, sir. You solemnly swear, affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Peter Jacopelli.
All right. And Pete, how do you know Shannon here?
That's my living girlfriend.
Okay. How long have you known her?
5 years.
All right. And what do you want to tell me today?
I'd like to know if you guys can release her on bond with a peaceful contact,
Okay.
so she can come back home and help me with my kids.
Okay. Are you afraid that she's going to hurt you or harm you in any way?
Not at all, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you to get you to come here and ask for contact?
Not at all, sir.
Okay. And Pete, did you get some information last night giving you an appointment to see the state attorney's office?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Shannon, I have an address for you on Drayton Drive. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
About 4 years, 5 years.
Okay. And you live there with Pete here?
Yes, sir. No.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
I'm a stay-at-home mom and I work for my garden.
Okay.
I sell flowers.
Okay. All right, Shannon, I'm going to set your bond at $50. Condition of the bond is that you can have peaceful contact with Peter. Peaceful contact, of course, anytime you touch him in any way that he doesn't want to be touched, that could be considered a battery and therefore a crime. Condition of your bond now is that all of the contact you have with him will be peaceful. So even raising your voice might be non-peaceful contact and have you back in jail without bond. But you can go home. I'm sure he's going to come bond you out, and then you can go home. Peter, you understand that you don't have to have contact. That's up to you, but you can. If there's anything that happens with her that concerns you or makes you think I want to call 911, you should do it. They'll come running just as fast as they ever would, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Shannon, I'm going to have you back in court on the 6th of February. Very important that you contact the public defender's office when you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Cheryl Horowitz. See ya. Where you going, Cheryl? Meanwhile, back at the podium. Hi, Cheryl. What's your date of birth?
3/4/1960.
All right, Cheryl, I got 2 charges today. Possession of a prescription drug without a prescription and trespassing. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I'm going to represent myself, please.
That seems like an excellent idea. State, what can you tell me? Last couple of years.
Your Honor, the only thing that is, there's a 2005 and a 2001, both arrests for DUI, no disposition.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Cheryl, I got an address for you on Azora Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
Couple years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Part-time. Taking care of someone.
You're taking care of someone.
Yes, sir.
Who are you taking care of?
A person that I took care of way back when I was working full-time for her. Now I work part-time for her.
Okay. Well, sometimes the right thing to do is punt. Cheryl, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance on both counts.
Thank
Okay?
you.
So they're going to let you out, but you got to come back to court on February 6th, all right?
Yeah.
You promise you're coming back?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Brittany Pine.
Your Honor, she's
Yes.
in booking on the phone right now with Judge Toner. Apparently they have an emergency shelter.
Okay.
And Your Honor, as far as Ms. Pine's case, I know she's not present, but there was a issue regarding the injunction. It was actually dismissed, but it wasn't. I think there was a mix-up in the system. It wasn't input in the system. So when the deputy on scene contacted the Warrants Division to confirm that the injunction was still in place, they didn't have that it was canceled, that it was dismissed, but it was actually dismissed January 9th, which of course was yesterday, but so the injunction's been dismissed.
Okay. So if I went ahead and didn't find PC in our order, then...
I'm not going to jump up and down, Your Honor, absolutely. And I have a feeling they're probably doing the emergency shelter because with her in custody... Yeah.
All right. I'll do in Ms. Pine's case, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find that there is no probable cause as to count 1. Therefore, as to this charge, she's to be released on her own recognizance immediately. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender and order that she be in court on the 6th of February, should that still be necessary. But Ms. Pine is ROR as far as this charge is concerned.
And what was the return date?
2/6.
2/6.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you, sir. All right. Ashley William. Afternoon, Ashley. What's your date of birth?
9/2/96.
Actually, I got 2 charges today. I got a felony retail theft and a tampering with an anti-shoplifting device. There's probable cause for those 2 charges, and it appears that you have an open felony here in Hernando County as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, although that has a...
And 2 pending, it looks like, in Pasco County as well.
Yeah, well, can't do anything about those.
Right.
But the offense date on the felony here is 12/21, it says. Okay, so this is after that. So she was out on bond as of yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Ashley, as to these charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. I will set a bond on these of $1,000 each. However, job number 1 when you're out on bond is don't pick up new criminal charges. It appears to me that you have. Therefore, pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release at 19 CF 48. That's the felony case. You're on no bond now on that case. I'm going to have this case come back on February 1st because that's where your other case is.
Yes, sir.
So all your cases coming back the same day. You're going to be no bond at least until the 1st of February. And then Judge Toner can revisit the bond issue if he wishes. And the PD is going to come see you before that, okay?
There is no way to request a house arrest.
Now, for now, actually, this is all I can do. Like I said, PD is going to come see you and discuss your options, okay?
Okay.
All right. David, all good? Morning, David. What's your date of birth?
1/10/88.
David, you're here in a warrant I signed. Apparently failed to appear. This must be a VOP. Nettie, is that?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
He was placed on, he stopped reporting, he was placed on mail-in, and we authorized him to do community service in lieu of the fines. Stopped reporting in July, still owes $804 in court fines, and we haven't seen him since recommendation is 90 days.
Okay.
Because he does have 11 days previous to this.
Okay. So 11, and he's at 13 right now. All right, David, and apparently because there's an FTA, we set him for a VOP status.
Yes, sir.
He had two FTAs,
Excuse me?
September and October.
Okay. All right, so David, the long and short of that is the case that you have pending right now is a VOP. The recommendation from probation today is 90 days in the county jail. You'd have credit for 13 days served. You can accept that this afternoon if you wish. There really isn't any reason to accept it. If you'd like to have me appointed a lawyer, I will appoint a lawyer to represent you, and you'd have a chance to speak with them, see if they can do something better than 90 days for you. All right.
Sir, I'll take that 90 days.
You'll take it? All right. You understand by entering admission, you give up the right to have a trial to the court, the right to confront the witnesses against you, and the right to have a lawyer represent you, but you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
Case number 17, MM2150. Do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the admission, find it was freely and voluntarily made, revoke and terminate the probation unsuccessfully, adjudicate you guilty of the underlying charges. If that wasn't done before, sentence you to 90 days in the county jail, credit 13 days served. There'll be a $100 cost of prosecution and your cost of incarceration. That takes care of it, David. You just need to finish the time, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Michael
Thanks.
Blosser. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
5/21/1976, sir.
Michael, you're hearing a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. Apparently he found probable cause for violation of probation. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
If I had a public defender, can I still speak on behalf real quick, if you don't mind?
Go right ahead.
The violation of probation, it was switched back and forth on that, and then, I did violate probation. I'm sorry, sir. But my biggest problem right now is I was trying to get it taken care of, and I don't know if you can see, if I can raise my leg up so you can see. I had surgery on my ankle. I shattered my ankle at work. I worked 2 jobs. I worked here at DAB right next door to the jail. I live a mile from the jail. I have 3 children, a 4, a 6, and an 8-year-old that is homeless without me right now. because they lost their mother just before Christmas. And I'm asking if you can ROR me, reinstate me, or whatever, for 10 years of probation. I don't care what you have to do. I'll do it right. That's the first time I've ever been on probation in my life, sir.
Okay.
And it's the first time I've ever violated probation.
Okay,
It's the first time I've ever been in my life. I don't have a bad criminal record.
Okay, so Michael, the problem is I can't. I'm a county court judge. You have felony probation. I have absolutely no jurisdiction over your case at all. All I can do is tell you that here's the warrant, appoint the lawyer, tell you I can't give you a bond because the circuit judge didn't give you a bond, and send you to see him on the 5th of February, which is what I'm doing.
I just want to lose my kids, sir. I'm sorry.
All right, not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Eric Griffith.
Good afternoon, sir.
Morning, Eric. What's the date of birth?
6/17/89.
I've got 2 charges today. I've got a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please, sir.
Appoint the PD, State.
No history, Your Honor.
But he was in PTI for something. Looks like they just reopened, which would mean there was no history prior to the PTI.
I'm just looking at the criminal history. There's nothing there.
Yeah. And that's, Maria, that's coming back on the 14th.
What's left in the
This is Mr. Griffith. That's what your note says.
yes, sir.
His return from PTI date is January 14th.
That's on that 8th.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure it's yours.
And Eric, I have an address for you on Sumter Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
A few months. Me and my last girlfriend recently broke up after 3 years.
Okay.
And I'm living with a buddy.
All right. You got a job these days?
Yes, sir. I have 2.
What do you do?
Me and my dad have our own company for air conditioning and electrical, and I do my own company for paving.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, Eric. On these charges, I'll set your bond at $1,000 each. That's a total of $2,000. I'm gonna move these to January 14th. That's where your PTI case is coming back. When you get out, make sure you contact the public defender right away. Okay?
What is a PTI, sir? I've never been arrested. I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure it's the same person, Your Honor.
Hang on.
The notes from our office say no open cases, so.
Well, certainly that case number is not him. It's Curtis Martian. Okay, so, all right, so I'm going to leave you then on the 5th of February, Eric. I'll still leave those bonds the same at $1,000 each. You'll be back on February 5th. Make sure you contact the PD when you get out, right?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Hall. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
10/26/1987.
Anthony, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. He found probable cause for 4 counts. Aggravated battery, robbery by sudden snatching, criminal mischief, and witness tampering. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I'll hire private counsel.
Very good. State.
Your Honor, his criminal history is confusing at best. 08 shows a dismissed case, and 14 shows a criminal registration, and then there's an out-of-county warrant.
Okay.
So there's some sort of felony conviction, but the history doesn't show.
Anthony, I've got an address for you on Helen K. Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
4 years.
And you have a job these days?
Yes, sir. I do landscaping on my own.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he may be, keyword may, be on probation currently. There is a note in here that he's to be released from supervision 11/13/2020. So.
Anthony, are you on probation right now?
No, sir.
Okay.
I finished probation in 2014.
Okay. On the aggravated battery, I'm going to set the bond at $2,000. On the robbery at $2,000. the criminal mischief and the witness tampering at $1,000 each. That's a total of $6,000. The condition of the bond will be that you'll have no contact of any kind with Mr. Lohr. So don't call, don't write, don't email, nothing. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll have you back in court on the 5th of February. Okay? Make sure you tell your lawyer about that date.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, that is correct. February 5th at 9 a.m.?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Did he have a private attorney?
Yes, he said he was going to get one.
Okay.
Shannon Harley. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
6/17/75.
Shannon, you're here on a warrant I signed up on probable cause for a VOP. Maybe I've been hearing that somebody's making payments or something.
Yes, we received a payment yesterday on his balance of his court fines, and they paid off his hours, but we don't have the anger management or the apology letter.
Okay. And what else was going on? Was it failing to report? All kinds of
Well, yes, he was missing for quite some time. He absconded back in July, and then we didn't see him anymore after July, September, October, November, and then December. So we didn't know where he was. He left. We was told he came back, but he never got in touch with us.
There was somebody here that wanted to...
Yes.
Who's that? Come on up, sir. Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear firm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
What do you want to... First of all, what's your name, sir?
My name is Joe Sitzler.
All right, Joe, what do you know about Shannon here?
Shannon, I hired in the fourth quarter of 2018. Got him trained to do a project that we started on January 7th. I just want to ask for some, if there's any way we can get him out of there. He's a good guy.
Are you the one that ponied up the cash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good investment then.
I'm invested in this guy, and not only that, his stuff's paid off, and I can guarantee that he'll be at his anger management class. In fact, I called them to pay them yesterday, and they won't let me do that. So
Because they dismissed him, so he has to start that all over.
Right.
And you know, I can think back when I was younger. Sometimes when you're lacking in funds, you don't make the best decisions.
Oh, well, that's my whole job, is helping people figure out their wrong decisions. Shannon, I still got an address for you on Ashman Avenue in Ridge Manor. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I understand now that you've got a job because your employer's standing here. Tell you what I'm going to do, Shannon. I'm going to set you a bond of $500, okay? And you know that VOP normally is no bond, right? And you also
I
know
greatly
that
appreciate it.
you also know that probation is recommended 60 days in the county jail. I'm going to have you back to see me. There it is. We'll have you come back on February 13th, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when you come on February 13th, you're going to tell me that you've got some of these remaining things taken care of, all right? Certainly the apology letter, that should take you 15 minutes. You get that done and get your anger management course figured out. So the way to stay out of jail is to hurry up and get these things done, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I have you back, like I said, February 13th. Bond is $500. And you've got a real friend here in your employer. I hope you're thankful to him.
Greatly. I remind him all the time.
All right. Very good. So he's ready to go. Thank you, sir.
Can I pay that $500?
Yep.
Right now?
Yep. You can go get him. Yep. Down to jail.
Hey,
Oh, I can go get it right now?
Yep.
So you can go to work tonight?
Well, I don't know how fast they'll get him out. That can take some time, but the sooner you're there, the sooner he gets out.
Oh, I'll just pay the money. I don't need the funds.
Well, you probably won't get it if he owes money and they have thumbs to take it.
He doesn't know any money. Okay.
No, he's good.
He's good on mine. Yeah.
So just $500.
Is there a question, Shannon?
And then make sure he gets it over.
Sir, if I may, I just would like to thank Joe Sitzler. I greatly appreciate him even showing up. I had no idea he was coming.
All right. Well, you'll have plenty of opportunity to pay him back, I'm sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. Thanks, Shannon. David Laurenti. Afternoon, David. What's your date of birth?
7/23/78.
David, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on two charges. One is preventing or hindering firefighter equipment, and the other is criminal mischief. Did you have a public defender on those cases?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I'm sure I did. I would like them to speak up for me. There was an affidavit from Washington, D.C. sent into Hernando County. I was actually detained where I checked myself into a mental health facility.
Okay.
For observation.
Okay.
The court should recognize this memorandum.
Okay. Well, I don't have it, David. But what I can tell you is that if that is the case, you most certainly won't be charged with the crime of failing to appear. But this is, of course, how we get people.
Your Honor, I am here, so I am charged and I am detained.
You are also wrong, and you are also interrupting, and you also don't know what you're talking about. So why don't you be quiet and listen to the person who does know what he's talking about, okay?
Yes, sir.
You are not charged with failing to appear, okay? The warrant for failing to appear is how we get people like you back on the docket for the charges they actually have. You do actually have 2 criminal charges. You can be charged with the crime of failing to appear if you willfully failed to appear. What you're telling me is you did not willfully fail to appear, so I'm almost certain you will never be charged with the crime of failing to appear. But you are now back on Judge Merritt's docket. I've appointed the public defender. Judge Merritt is a circuit judge. He sets your bond at no bond, and he doesn't want me, a county court judge, to screw around with it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to send you back to him on the 5th of February, and before that you'll see your public defender, and if they're interested in brooking any of your nonsense, they can. But make sure you tell them that I didn't. Sit down.
Yes, sir.
Michael Martin? Afternoon, Mr. Martin. What's your date of birth?
1275.
Michael, you're here on charge of retail theft. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself? You want to hire private counsel? Would you like the public defender?
Actually, I actually have an out-of-state warrant. I'm actually sentenced to DOC on.
Oh, really?
And
Your Honor, he does, I want to say it's Illinois.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yes, Illinois. He had.
I see it on a previous charge. Jail, can you confirm he's got a jail sentence in some other prison sentence, some other state?
We have a hold for him out of Illinois, but we have not served that yet. He's just here on the local charge.
Is that something we can clear up by 1 o'clock tomorrow? I mean, you get what I'm saying. If he's got time to do in another state, I'll time serve him here and we'll get him on the road.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, so what we're going to do, Michael, I'm going to have you come back tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock so we'll see if we can confirm that. And if that's the case, like I said, I'll time serve you on this and we'll let Illinois know you're ready to go, all right?
I've got sentenced to 4.5 years in Illinois.
Okay, so we'll, like I said, I'll have you back tomorrow and we'll see what's up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thumb train? I didn't write anything on it. We'll just bring it back tomorrow. Okay. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
12990.
All right. So the first thing I have is an order revoking your bond signed by Judge Rupi in case number 17 CT 3352. And then I have another warrant. This one signed by Judge Merritt for failing to appear on a driving on a suspended license. As to these 2 charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. The bond on Judge Merritt's warrant is no bond. I can't change that. I'll send you back to see him on the 5th of February. And Judge Ruby has obviously also revoked your bond, so that's no bond. I'll appoint the PD in that case. You'll be back to see her on the 6th of February. And your respective public defenders will come out to the jail and see you before you go to court, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And then do I have, let's see, jail, you got nobody else, right?
No, thank you.
Okay.